We're back with the lower bracket semi-final with European participation. Hawk versus TBCBM. Hawk lost to Lin, but that is no shame at all, seeing how well he played in the end against Moon. TBC losing to Moon there with interesting strategies. For once, and maybe the only time in this tournament, Hawk is the favorite going into this.
Sounds so mean.
It's facts.
What about Colorful?
I think Colorful is stronger.
I don't think so. But against TBC, he definitely is the favorite. If we were to rank the 16 players heading into this tournament for being favorites, pretty sure TBC would have made last place. Hunter would have made... Don't want to say it like that though. I know him by now. Hunter, you're very nice and you're very strong. Very good player. Next year, second place.
Everybody's praising TBC though for his attitude and for how funny he is. A lot of people like to hang out with him. So he must be a nice guy as well. Of course, his English not that great, so we can't really interact with him. But yeah, Hawk, he must do it, man. I want to see him in the lower bracket final. I want to see him in the big game against Moon.
Yeah, we all do. At GCS, Europeans, aside from Foggy, have a horrible track record. Last time, 4 Europeans were invited, and aside from Foggy, they all failed. And we felt like because of that, we got demoted. Only 2 slots this time around. Can Hawk improve upon this? He needs to win this for his pride, for Europe, for his honor. If he loses here, that would be like... That would be a big disappointment.
TBC doesn't want to play on Echo Isles, which is understandable because of the expansion. Hawk doesn't want to play on Ancient Isles. It's understandable because of the not that easy expansion. So we saw it on Last Refuge, which is a fairly balanced map, I think, in this matchup. Not according to Netties, as it seems. We keep on mentioning this. But it is one of the best unnet maps in general. So TBC, a little lucky with the random draw here, I feel.
Yeah, I guess we could say that. Easy expansion, yes, but no Mercamp support normally. I think it's a okay balanced map though.
Yes, it is very balanced. It's maybe the best that we have in the pool.
My favorite map.
My favorite map as well.
And possibility for an MK first. On the highest level, something we don't see often anymore. It was done by Chimiko against 1-0, a game that he really should have won, but gave away, kind of. But we see it very rarely nowadays. On ladder, it's still very prevalent. The new patch to the MK movement speed makes it different. Reaching for the Stormbolt, for the surround, has become easier. The Stormbolt damage, of course, has been decreased. But Clap got stronger as well. Always a possibility for Hawk to go for that, but I think he's more of an Archmage player nowadays. TBC, what is he gonna bring? Is he gonna go back to standard now, or is he gonna give us something weird again?
We will see. Hawk from Russia versus TBCBM from China. The Russian not spawning in red, but in blue in the bottom left. Of course, TBC representing the colors of his country here in the upper right. How good is he against human? That is a question that is not that easy to answer, I say. Against Infi, he is 1-4. Against Chimiko, he's 1-5. So that would say, okay, not that great. Against TH, he's 3-5, which is pretty impressive.
Yeah.
But we know TH. We know that he likes to fool around. We don't really know how these games were. But he defeated him in one of the GCS qualifiers in April. An interesting game. We see the Mountain King first.
Alright, makes a return. I felt like nobody was playing that anymore. Chimiko, perhaps an inspiring presence. So it's gonna be hammer time once again early. The reason why this hero is not viable on some maps is because some maps have hard expansions to creep. For that you need water elementals to tank. Amazonia, for example. This gold mine is super easy to creep. You don't need water elementals to tank for that at all. And you can creep the little green camps around the expansion to get to level 3. That's of course where you want to be. Speaking of matchups though, this is Hawk's worst matchup. According to stats, and according to him himself as well. He says he feels the worst in this matchup. But I asked him earlier as well about TBCBM. How does he feel in this matchup? And here he says he's feeling pretty decent actually, so he himself is of the opinion that he is the favorite here as well.
According to stats, it's the second best matchup actually, 62%. Only his human mirror is better. But even though he's facing Happy all the time, against Lucifer should be pretty decent, I guess. TBCBM, according to our statistics, has a 36% win rate versus human, but of course the humans in his region are fucking insane. In Europe and Korea, undeads, with the exception of Happy once again, not that strong. I mean, Lucifer versus Hawk is always an on-par matchup, I feel.
Yeah.
And afterwards, there's Sheik maybe, but who else? Like,
Yeah.
hard to judge.
There's, if you look at Europe, there are some decent undeads out there, but not what we would call internationally competitive. Not even tier 2, tier 3 rather. Maybe even a little further south. Happy, of course, is the danger. But he's not here, he's not really playing competitively anymore. DK creeping his first camp here, getting close to level 2. This, however, gives the MK a lot of freedom here. He's not being harassed at all. He's gonna creep up the natural now. The illusion may bait a bolt here. Is he gonna fall for it? No, this DK movement is way too liberal for it to be a real one. But he invests a Storm Bolt for this last hit. That's the Ring of Protection for him. 2 items on his side. A lot of these peasants are already hurt though, so with Rods of Necromancy he may be able to find some kills here. Oh, and greedy play by Hawk. No Arcane Tower in the main base means that skeletons are always gonna be annoying. But so far, not too much damage done. Arcane is coming up at the expansion. DK not walking into a surround yet. Still quite a bit of mana left on the MK. Wasn't forced to use too much of that yet. And yeah, this is the annoying thing when you don't have Water Elementals or Archmage to protect your peasants. Skeletons have an easy time reaching them. One of them dies. He hasn't set up the expansion yet.
Yeah, he goes Arcane Tower first. He does have the resources though.
Did he mismanage his economy a little? Maybe the lumber peasants in the main were the issue there. I don't know. But here it comes finally, with 4 peasants. Not quite as fast as you would like it to be, but fast enough. Players like Happy like to play Ghoul opening or transition into a couple more Ghouls when they see an MK, because pressuring this with Fiends is very dangerous. If you find they can so easily land in a Bolts around, and then it's just a waste of money. You feed them experience and you're gonna stand in a bad position. You're gonna find yourself in a bad position in the mid game. So actually,
might be one of the very few matchups though where he still goes Stormbolt 2 and not Clap.
I think I like the Clap. It got a lot better, but Stormbolt 2 is still really good. I think people are a little overly excited about the Clap.
Okay. Not level 3, just barely misses it, but one more skeleton will provide that for him. TBC seemingly playing normal here with Fiends, with statues, and a Lich second. This is what we see all the time. The question is just, when is he attacking this expansion and how? With Fiends, with statues early, only with destroyers, with wagons actually. Hawk still on tier 1, going for the lumber mill now. But looks good, the shop is up, which I like, early shop.
Yeah. Of course, MK all about that mana. He's gonna have clarities to use, and actually, this tier 2 wagon siege is kind of good against an MK. You creep up the laboratory, you go for the Zeppelin, and then you always have that save, and you can lay siege from far away with the Fiends and the meat wagons, both, and perhaps even acolytes for repair. And Human is gonna have a very tough time dealing with that until he hits tier 2. But this is a pretty fast tech by Hawk, already well on its way.
I agree, man. This is looking pretty good for the Russian. Mountain King, as you said, level 3. The statues are coming now. TBC only at 33 supply, and also his hero levels are not that impressive.
MK might make its way into the base. Or his way, I should say. And of course, Acolytes, they don't die to one Stormbolt anymore, but they still die pretty quickly with one more right click, and this will have to be responded to. TBC not gonna TP. That's nice that he can preserve that item. He's gonna walk back. He's actually gonna counterattack. Ooh. Okay. Is that the right idea? This is gonna be expensive.
Yeah, hell yeah. And the first Acolyte falls. He's going for the Mountain King, trying to trap him there in the trees, forcing a town portal, but he's just seemingly with ease walking out of that ghoul illusion Ghoul DK surround. Still a town portal, but man, the damage has been done.
And what about the Lich? Can he get surrounded? Yep, there were Fiends there, but first Stormbolt, first kill. The Stormbolt is cooling down. Oh, nice Borrow. I like that one. Don't know if he has a farm next to the laboratory for reveal. He does. 2 Fiends dead, Acolytes killed, Ghoul lost, Expo still standing. Looking very good.
Very good indeed, man. Hawk not breaking a sweat. Long range coil, but only cancels the healing and gets rid of a bit. He wants the Lich, but there's a counter surround by TBM, so that was well done. Hawk might need a potion since the DK has still a lot of mana.
Yeah.
And the towers are not up yet.
That was a very nice counter surround indeed. Once the tier 2 is done though, he's gonna have plenty of potions from the shop, and this tower doesn't even fall. The footies here, pretty sturdy front line against the only 2 Fiends. Does he have defend, by the way? He should have defend, certainly. A mass repair, once again, 2 Fiends, not enough. If only he still had those 2 Fiends from earlier.
That would certainly be helpful. Mountain King is coming in with another 2 Stormbolts soon. And only now tier 3. That was such a great timing by Hawk going into that. He's actually going for wagons, lol. That was such a great timing by Hawk to go for that push, because tier 3 was not started. He has to reproduce the Acolytes before the tier 3, and this Destroyer push is so far away.
Yeah, Hawk with all the time in the world. He hasn't scouted the main of the Undead yet, unless he used a scan, which I don't think he did. And now he's going for wagons with tier 3. That's kind of the best of both worlds, I guess, is what he's trying for. MK's dropping low though, and doesn't have healing at the moment. If he can find this hero kill, maybe there's a way back, but he doesn't have Nova, as he did go for Frost Armor first. Lots of damage towards the Fiends again, but there's Coil, so he's saving it, and now the MK in true trouble. Oh no,
no
Hawk
TP.
Overplayed his hand. He's gonna lose his first hero because there is one more Coil. He gets the Fiend at least. Of course he has the Expo. Lots of money, so he can buy him back from the tavern.
Yes, he has 600 gold, might take some time. Is he supply stuck? Yes. Okay, now he kills something and gets the Mountain King back. But no mana, no Archmage, no Brilliance Aura.
And tier 2 is done now. What's the second hero? Oh, we have
Blood Mage.
Yeah, I really like that.
Heavy Nuke.
Yeah. And Siphon first. It's all about the Stormbolt mana. And usually footies are going to be able to block the front so that the Blood Mage isn't too exposed for a long time. And Breakers. Bolt, Surround is going to be the name of the game.
Just don't let your Mountain King fall again. That's the only thing I feel that he has to take care of at the moment. And then the game should be his. Another Fiend kill, man. He's killing so much, almost level 4 on this MK.
I hope Chechi isn't watching right now, because he would be having PTSD from this.
Yes, exactly.
That's the strength of the MK. Extremely powerful against Fiends.
And that's the strength of the Blood Mage here. He can constantly transfer his mana onto the Mountain King, so it's almost infinite Storm Bolts here.
And, oh, I don't know if that's the case anymore, actually. It used to be Banish plus level 3 Stormbolt is instant kill on the Fiends. But with the new patch, I don't think it is. I'm not sure, though.
We'll see.
Chat, do you know?
Pretty sure we'll see.
He's almost level 4 already. And by the way, he did go for Bash. No clap.
Yeah, makes sense. I mean, the threat will be Destroyers, and so clap doesn't make that much sense. You want all the mana for the Stormbolts against the heroes.
One wagon attacks the main.
So alone, man. Nobody cares what he's doing.
He's like the teenager making noise. Pay attention to me! I'm causing trouble! Like you when you had long hair, Neo. You remember those days? Listening to Bullet for My Valentine?
Dude, you look like Son Goku, so please be quiet.
And yeah, the meat wagon is gonna get taken out. This siege will not continue. But the creeping will continue. That's exactly what Hawk wants. When he has Banish and level 3 Stormbolt, everything is at his fingertips for an easy, quick kill. He's gonna have a Paladin third soon as well. And TBC, what's his win condition here? Destroyer push, I guess.
Destroyer timing is done, so it should be coming soonish. There are a few breakers to deal with what's on the ground, but what's his solution for anti-air? No water elementals, of course. No Archmage for the damage. He needs gyros.
In the main, he was extremely light on towers. Only one guard tower there earlier. Still only one. Ooh, that's pretty greedy. That's pretty greedy by Hawk.
Oh, man. And I like what TBC is doing here. Like, not trying stubbornly to break the expansion, but seeing this, okay, only one tower, I can break that with ease. And here we go. Hawk has to react somehow. Only a Dragon Roost coming. Or a Griffin Roost.
One Stormbolt surround, though, will force the DK back home. He has this Health Stone, but that might not necessarily be good enough. TP home. He crept the red camp. Don't know what he found.
I haven't seen it yet.
Really surprised he doesn't have boots on the MK.
Dreadlord. Against tanks and gyros, it's nice. Also a disable.
Yeah, against Siphon, it's really good.
Ah, true that. Yeah, but what against the destroyers now? No anti-air. He has a good echo, but can he afford that? He's at 58. That's not where he wants to be.
Still keeping on mining. I wonder if he's a workshop at the natural. Next red camp being taken. Hawk is like, he's chill, man. He doesn't care about this. And I don't blame him. At this stage, even if you don't have the massive economy, if you get to 5 MK and maybe 2-2 on the other heroes, maybe you can do it with the heroes only, but still pretty far away from 5.
Talisman is super nice for the Mountain King, of course, not an aura, which you want to have. But there we go.
Oh.
The Archmage is missing, but the Brilliance Over we have anyway, and that is absolutely fantastic. Paladin is coming as well, but TBC, nice play from him, dropping into the base. Oh, what a nice Carrion Swarm that was. Mass AoE and a slaughter of peasants in Hawk's base.
He can't get into the base. He can't get in. Oh my god, is he gonna lose the castle? You gotta be kidding me. Hawk! This game was almost unlosable. Oh no. And when he repairs, it's getting to be Carrion Swarm and Nova.
Before the repair even, Carrion Swarm, Nova, boom, they explode into ice shards.
Oh my god.
And what now? The breakers can enter. Yeah, he's siphoning mana from the Dreadlord, but he can't really reach. Oh my god, this is so disastrous. He has only 2-3 Dragonhawks, but Nova is there. Carrion Swarm can of course hit air as well. He's trying to get rid of the statue, to get rid of the healing, but there's Web as well. The Destroyers will reign supreme.
He needs to kill the Meat Wagon. He's not realizing the Meat Wagon threat, but I guess the castle is safe now, maybe? And it's so hard to deal with these breakers on the ground, even with the heroes barely being able to help. Lich is out of mana, Healthstone upon him.
Man, what a crazy game this is. The Dragonhawks survive, but only for now. TBC still in the base. What a smart play by TBC. Finally able to do a Stormbolt there, but the breakers are almost all gone. He's draining a lot of mana. Dreadlord leveling up, so sleep is a possibility now. Oh my god, he's still shooting at the castle. No repair possible. More and more breakers are falling since he adds an abomination. That's good damage as well.
Oh my god, he's really gonna lose the main building. He's gonna lose his tier 3 tech. He still didn't kill this Meat Wagon. Hawk! This was your game.
He has still the expansion, so he is mining, but he's down to 34 supply against 50. At least the heroes can enter now. Can they clean their former main base? He's going for the DK, but the damage is not too great. There was no banish before. Siphon sleep against the Paladin, so there's no heal at the moment. He's blocking himself. Focus Fire is coming onto the Mountain King. There's no DP, I guess, but Holy Light is there. Coil a little too late. Nova is there. Is there another heal? Oh my god, he consumed something, I guess. Trying to aim for the Lich, but this hero focus is not working at all.
Doesn't have a Stormbolt as it seems at this very second. This Zeppelin is so sick, by the way. It's trying to force him out of his base. The Blood Mage's in trouble. He's gonna die. He's not surviving. Healing potion gets him back to decent health once again. This Zeppelin is so good. Oh my god. And this might be TBC him against all odds actually winning this, but it's the TP out a little early. I think could have held longer.
Saved with the Holy Light. Oh man. TBC outsmarting him, TBC outplaying him. What a change in his play compared to the games against Moon, man. Unbelievable.
And Hawk. Why did he play this so greedy? One tower in the main. If he has more towers there, like 2-3 is enough. Then he has time to TP home and defend with the towers and the breakers. But I was feeling too safe, I guess, after that early game. It's still not over yet. I think it's all about hero kills now. Whoever has the better nukes will win this game.
Man, the one Meat Wagon, right? We made fun of it. But did that thing do much damage to this castle or what? TBC is breaking upkeep now. 67 supply, 20 supply more than Hawk has. The heroes, as you said, he has to carry. Like, they have to carry. Level 3 Blood Mage. Okay,
That's
but
really
still no
good.
level 5 TC, MK.
Yeah, and splitting all the experience now, so hard to reach level 5.
Yeah.
Belt is
Well,
pretty good.
so tanky.
Should give it over to the Blood Mage though, I feel.
I thought he built the keep again, but no. Back to one base. His anti-air is not flying machines, but...
MVP Meteor.
yes, but Dragonhogs. It's not too many destroyers, actually. TBC expanding. Yeah, that's so smart of his. Of him. And Carrion Swarm first, man. I didn't expect that, to be honest.
That was pretty good against
It
the
was
peasants,
really
I guess.
good. How these peasants pop against the double AoE.
I still think Hawk, even with his inferior army, may have a chance here. This DK doesn't have too much mana. Just kill everything around him, perhaps. The A-bombs, of course, not so easy to kill, but everything else, especially the Fiends. Early Divine Shield here triggered. Siphon mana on the Dreadlord in front. Lots of mana stolen. The MK, excuse me, also dropping really low. That's the big issue here for Hawk. He only has level 1 Holy Light, but the Siphon is so strong. Everything is being drained. The Air Army, the Hawks of Hawks, are disappearing here in fairly quick succession, but the Siphon is so damn good. Sleep, shortly after the Holy Light, the statue's also dropping very low. Still surviving though.
This Mountain King has to survive, otherwise this
Yes.
fight is absolutely lost. He killed one Abomination, but there's one more, so the ground fight goes towards the Undead. He's killing more and more and more of these Hawksmen, so there is no anti anymore. Long range coil hits it, so the Destroyer stays alive, and this is absolutely not looking good. The Mountain King is a little bit out of position there. The next nuke could kill him, but is there a nuke? I don't think so. Nice Siphon again. Stormbolt on the ledge, but he dodged it with an Invo Potion, and this seems to be the kill on the first hero of Hawk. It's not good at all. Level 5 and GG. TBCBM winning his first match here in the Gold Championship Series Summer 2018.
Oh my god. Unbelievable. What a gut-wrenching defeat. This was pretty much an unlosable game. Just don't lose your main. Couldn't get in. I think he should have bought the Zeppelin. Of course he would have lost the Zeppelin, but still he would have popped into his main base. Oh man, Hawk, I'm afraid you made quite a few mistakes there.
Was he too sure of himself?
I think so, yeah.
It was a super fast tech. If he delays that 4 more towers, the game is his.
I mean, he doesn't... Yeah, if he can even start tier 3 tech and then make towers, you know? He didn't even have to delay that one. That was such a throw. I'm sorry, but it was.
But it was also very good how TBCBM came back from the bad early game that he had. Not too many undeads do that to scout the main for the quantity of towers. He saw that. He saw, okay, if I buy a Zeppelin and drop into your base, I have a nice long stay, and your heroes can't reach at all. So
exactly.
What was this army without the heroes? Like nothing. Breakers. Okay.
That was well done by TBC. That was really well done. That's the one way he wins this game. Drop into the base, and hopefully Hawk doesn't follow you. Zeppelins have low cooldowns. Hawk could have gone for his own Zeppelin. He could have flown in over the forest. Yes, Zeppelin would have been ensnared, but still, he would have been able to pop out, and he would have been able to fight there. Hawk, I hope he can bounce back from this mentally, because that's something that can stay with you. That's something that can stay in your mind, like, goddamn, I should have won that game. That would have been such an easy victory. Just make 2 more towers, and that game is mine.
3.5k gold advantage, such a fast leveling on the Mountain King, but then all of a sudden TBC held up a big stop sign and Hawk ran into it with his head first. That was hard to watch, man. So pretty cool moment for TBC, actually. Maybe he picks up momentum now. He played so many games. He looked so strong in practice here throughout, like, since we met on Saturday or Sunday. Not too sure anymore. So what's his map? Terranos.
Terrastan, okay, used to be a very, very good human map. I talked to Hawk earlier about, or was it yesterday maybe, about Terranos, and he says he has no idea about what to do on Terranos, but he picks it here. It may have been a different matchup, but if he doesn't know about it there, I don't think he knows about it here.
Yeah, meta versus Orc, way more common in Europe than the matchup against Undead.
Alright, I wonder, could this be an MK map? You can go for the Merc camp right away. It's the old Terraner stand minimap that we saw there, by the way.
Oh
Whoopsie.
my god, what a...
But yeah, of course, it's going to be the new Terraners. I think you should be able to go MK here. Go for Merc support early, get level 2 right away. If you want to creep your natural gold mine, though, that's going to be pretty hard. Everything is going to be poisoned up. If ghouls show up there, that can be extremely dangerous.
But when, like, 1-0 played a little bit of ghouls, but apart from that, I don't actually know if Chinese players can build ghouls against undead. It's so rare to see, and we'll see. But with the new Terraner stand, with the new positions of the starting positions, expanding in the corners is a lot harder now since it's further away.
Yeah, and of course the expo is way harder to creep than it used to be in the past. In the past it was so easy.
Even I can creep that.
With 80 supply. Yeah, but nowadays it has the 2 berserkers, it has the high priest and the little kobolds in front. So
still doable.
But that doesn't mean that it's really risky to creep that nowadays, right? Against
I haven't seen that map in this matchup a lot on LV.
Yeah, in general, we haven't seen it too much yet. But I think against Undead, you know, there's very little that the Undead can really do early on, especially the Chinese Undeads. As you said, they go for ghouls so rarely. It's 10 fiends all the time. You have 1 fiend at most, which is, well, can only do so much. So I think it could still be possible to expand on the outskirts, but not so relevant for this game, I guess. But against Night Elf, you are going to be limited to your natural, aren't you? Well, gonna be a story for the days to come. For now, we concentrate on human versus undead. Hawk, can he bounce back? Is he affected by that game number 1? It was his. This should have been the other way around. But as it stands, it's the lead for the Chinese. 1-0 for TBCBM. He's spawning in the top left. Hawk in the bottom right. And oh... No, it's not a good opening. Okay, I thought for a second there was going to be a good opening.
So, it's kind of the story of the underdogs in this tournament that the early game always goes well, or for a lot of losers actually, that the early game goes well and then something happens, and the game like completely changes.
And yeah, that's the thing. You can look for that one winning condition even if you're behind, and if it succeeds, you can still win the game from this. And I do blame Hawk for that last game. Not, you know, that's the one way he loses that game, giving up a base and then not being able to establish economy there again. We saw it there once more. MK first again. I like that choice, actually. It is very likely that the undead isn't gonna pressure you with ghouls.
Dude, there's so many things on this map, like mana stone and mana potions. If he gets like 1 or 2 of those until like when he has level 3, it's gonna be so sick.
Is the Mercamp into Goldmine, is that level 3 actually? I'm not quite sure. But if you pick up the green camps on the way, then it's definitely enough for level 3. You're gonna have Mercamp support, mercenary support as well. That's very nice. So I think this is a pretty good MK map. We're gonna see here. We're gonna learn together about the new Terraner stand.
Hawk with his back against the wall. But if he has a good opening, like he did on Last Refuge, which is a tiny bit of an undead map, then he can certainly bounce back. And then with more confidence and the momentum going into map 3 would be a nice clap first for creeping. AoE is okay, I guess.
Seen this a lot here on Terraner stand. It's also going to be really good against the natural, where you can hit all 5 of those creeps with a clap. Healing potion could come into play, not so much earlier, but once the undead is tier 3, that might be helpful. Especially for a blood mage on tier 2. DK is coming in, flirting with getting bolt surrounded there.
Yeah, there is bolt now. We saw clap first. This, love to know if it's a mantle. Hawk saves the Shadow Priest here, so he does have some healing, which is nice. First camp goes unpunished, but that is not what's really important here. The real important thing is the expansion. Tier 2 tech from TBC, as expected, very fast.
Yeah, and also as expected. No ghouls, but right into fiends. So the harassment potential is going to be limited. How respectful is Hawk going to be of this? How many peasants is he going to bring to the natural creep? Or is he actually going to expand at the outskirts, which I have not seen yet on the new Terraners?
Me neither. Like, not a single time, I think. It's always a pretty cool thing if we have like corner expansion versus natural expansion.
Oh.
There we go. This is the one thing that is not allowed to happen to an undead. Bolts around early, cause the town portal, but TBC not losing too much HP here. Town portaling immediately.
But if he calls militia right now, the DK is definitely not gonna be in time to do anything about the natural creep. Not calling them yet, as it seems. Berserker as well. And now the question is, DK, do you want to harass? Do you want to try to do damage? What if you walk into a bolts around again?
Well, I can tell you what happens. Like 2 letters and game 3.
That's also how I feel about this. How many militia do we have? Only 5.
It's okay.
It's a little
Oh,
light.
it's quite a
They're
hard...
all gonna be poisoned.
Yeah, there is Clap that helps. Oh, Epicenter. Hits all of them. So, TBC is creeping himself, so this should be safe. He's taking care of the skeletons with the Berserker and the Footman, which is also nice. And forgetting about... maybe he parks it there on purpose. Nah, not really. Maybe forgetting about the Shadow Priest, which would be really helpful to heal up the Militia here. Yeah. But that is level 3. And the Wand of the Wind early. No Dispel until level 3 for the Undead. So he has the disable of a Stormbolt, and he has a disable of the Wand of the Wind.
Yeah. And he knows he forced the TP. So once he sees the DK, he's immediately dead.
Yeah.
If he's in range, of course.
That's correct. The wind element super effective against Undead here.
Is that how it was in Element TD? Wind effective against darkness?
There was a wind element?
Wasn't there something like that?
Fake news, Remo. So, tier 2 tech is finished. It was really quick. So, Lich second as always. Destroyer play as always. The question is just how fast can he hit and how fast can Hawk shut that down then with the hero focus. He is so heavily focusing the creeping, it's insane. And close to 4.
Yeah, and I like that. Once again, level 5 MK. Stormbolt may have been nerfed. Still really good though. Double... Oh, he went for double Shadow Priest to have more healing on the priest, but now he can't heal as MK anymore. More healing on the peasants, that is. Expo's done though. Would have liked Hawk to be more aggressive actually. With level 3 MK and the Wand of the Wind, what he could have achieved, he could have been game winning right away, but wanted to protect his expansion, I suppose. Stayed around there, got closer to 4, but now the DK is close to 3 himself.
He's out leveling him so fast. Like, can he? What does he have to do to get level 5? Like, how far does he have to go out on the map?
Only with creeps, you mean?
Yeah. Like, we're playing PvE right now, so...
only with creeps gonna take a long time, especially considering he's still only tier 1. But if he kills a couple of fiends, which could certainly be in the cards, this might not take too long, but he keeps on creeping. PvE indeed.
So...
It's Clap level 2, by the way.
Yeah. It's true that. Clap level 2, interesting to see that. But now he has Stormbolt level 2 as well, and the Zombie Mask makes up for the Brilliance Aura. And the Shredder now.
So nice.
Once again, this is looking good for Hawk.
Toe experience. Level 4.5. Oh, and he's moving north. This Skeleton Scout may save his ass. He has to run. He has to run really fast.
What can he get with the Stormbolt?
Wand of the Wind. Oh my god. That Skeleton Scout just saved the game. Otherwise, he would have been wanded, Stormbolted, dead.
Yeah, the Undeads and their skeletons. It brought them back into the top tier of Warcraft 3 with scouting and using them better, and TBC getting saved his ass. His ass getting saved there. But still, it's looking great for Hawk. The expansion is unpunished. I would love to see the main base to see if there's towers now.
Really good inventory against an MK though. Greater healing, health stone, really nice. That's something that I didn't like about his MK on map number 1, how he didn't try to snipe the fiends so much, which is usually really easily done.
Will Hawk return the favor now? Like, okay, this Zeppelin on the first map, that annoyed me so hard. Let me see what I can do with this. And we've seen this a lot from Reprisal, for example. We know that Hawk and Reprisal are good friends.
And this time, he doesn't want to fall to such a silly push again. Towers coming up. Tech delayed, yes. But safety first this time around. Okay. The Undead army is still close to the main, and this is a big deal because there's no TP for him. So a Zeppelin drop could have been very effective. It is not here. And it already is a gargoyle as well. But against Stormball, that one may not survive for too long. Oh.
There we go. Cut to half HP. Gets a coil to counter that. So the clap against the Fiends is so nice, hitting all three of them. Not too much follow-up damage, but it forces coils. The Zeppelin is falling a bit,
Level
but
5. Is it level 3 clap? Is it actually?
Wind of the Wind, there's no coil. Oh boy.
I'm not sure if it was.
There is no mana anymore, so no Stormbolt or stun or clap at the moment.
So he killed 2 of the Fiends. The Zeppelin has been taken out. Footies may die, but what does it matter? It's only Footman. Oh, nice around on the Lich! Doesn't quite get it.
Breaks out by killing a Footman. Do you want to get the statue? No, he's not greedy enough. The Orb of Corruption saves TBC here for now, and of course the lack of mana. But there is a Stormbolt. Again, doesn't want to use it. Hawk at 900 gold. Wow, another Militia Train.
Oh, wow. Does he feel so secure?
He's not even tier 2, man.
There we go.
He invested so much into towers.
Oh, it's gonna be a tank game, I think.
Tech is so late, and now he's expanding for the second time. Is this the right thing to do? Okay, he is tier 2, so Blood Mage is there.
I mean, what's CBC supposed to do? He certainly can't crack this with destroyers. Maybe
No,
Meatwagon
not
push.
anymore.
Meatwagon push, I think, would be his best choice.
I don't know if he scouted this amount of towers. He sees it now, thinks, oh, okay, yeah, this wasn't the best idea to go. So yeah, Hawk has the time, and he's on the other side of the map, TBC now, so there should be enough time for him. It's wagons, yes.
All right, this needs to be scouted, because when surprisingly 4 meat wagons hit, then an expansion can die incredibly quickly, and he needs to have some kind of response. So Dragonhawks are a response. Breakers are a response. Knights, of course, but Knights would take a long time.
Yeah.
I'd like to say see Dragonhawks here, just to be safe.
Well, double workshop. This usually points towards gyros, so it's Knights gyros then most likely. Tanks usually only at triple workshop.
Right, wait a minute. He's gonna go for the clap, isn't he? Yeah.
Boom! Hitting 4, getting the first kill, getting the second kill.
I still don't know if it's level 3 clap.
Third kill. Oh man, this is good. Like, he's walking away in gold.
Alright, he has seen the wagons now.
Yeah.
Does he do anything to respond directly to them? Does he have the time to just go for tanks? And if he does go tanks, there's wagons obviously as the answer to them. I hope he goes for something other than tanks.
Oh, Blood Mage now as well. More Stormbolt, more kills. TBC almost with no income at the moment. I would love to see the gold statistics now, but we will after the match. He only has 150 gold remaining. Like, it's not too much that he can do at the moment. But yeah, the pressure is coming. He has a backup expansion in the upper right, though.
Of course. I forgot about that. Who cares if he loses the first expansion? He has a second one.
Wind of the Wind is saving the Blood Mage. There's not too much damage once this DK is not throwing coils anymore. Going for the Mountain King, though. Stormbolt disable. He has an Invo Potion, so he should be safe. That was close, though. But that's the LAN environment.
Yeah, pretty nice. I mean, even if he loses them, he has 3 bases. Like, he has a lot of dineros.
Level 2 clap, by the way. Chat confirms. Thanks. And yeah, he's preparing against that with the income of the upper right. Okay, Blood Mage falls, but he can easily get that back. With the expansion in the upper right, he can afford the mass repair. Lich is leveling up quite well, though.
Oh, yeah. How do you get so much experience? And this expo, by the looks of it, is going to fall. With 2 slaughterhouses, as we see, there's going to be a lot of meat wagons very quickly. Can't repair against all of this.
Oh, especially if the Nova kills more and more peasants. So Hawk loses another expansion. He lost his main in game 1, and now he loses his natural expansion in game 2. But he's still mining from 2. He's constantly on low resources. Very rare to see that. It's a Dreadlord again. He's actually picking up on this. And it is tanks now. No gyros yet.
Oh, Paladin getting greeted with a coil, but no Nova follow-up. Kind of crazy how Hawk has had this shredded for so long and is not floating lumber.
Yeah.
Tells you how much he's going into tech.
Yeah. Ah, that's true. So TBC seems to know, moves towards the upper right immediately, and that's not well protected as well. Or, no, he just saw the tanks, right, and wants to shut them down. So Hawk shouldn't guide them to the expansion.
Yeah, but dude, this level 5 MK, if he decides to defend, he can kill like everything here.
And it looks like we're gonna have a fight now as the human comes in from the south. Stormbolt immediately against the Fiend. Boom, clap as well. The Paladin is quite low, so that might be a target, but the DK is out of mana already. The Siphon once again doing great work. And yeah, they staffs him out, so the Pally is safe. He has no anti-air, but the Lich is super low. Another Stormbolt. Maybe he went of the wind against his no coil. Ah, but dispels this actually.
Siphon again, no coil anymore, but there will be more Stormbolts, but actually only killed the one Fiend.
Yeah.
How many wagons are there still left? I think
Three.
it's 3.
Yeah, 3.
But the first expansion must have been set up again by now, I think.
I'm pretty sure as well. 4 towers only. Would love to see the masonry upgrades. Hound King is coming in. Stormbolt on the DK, but yeah. He could still go for the Blood Mage. There's not much healing. Where's the Paladin, by the way? Still not back. Still healing up, I guess. Nice execution of that knight here. Is Hawk throwing this away again? He has to do something about the wagons, but first he has to save his Mountain King. Mana potion is still there, but nothing else. No healing, no invul, and the Blood Mage man, desperate, alone, just hiding behind the town hall.
He could just let this expansion die. Ooh, the MK don't want to lose him though!
Paladin,
Jesus
man!
Christ.
He did arrive in the perfect moment to let that holy light shine on him.
Dude, Hawk is
Giving me
these
heart
way
attacks.
too close. These games should be way easier.
The Blood Mage should be toast up there. We see the gyrocopters, but
Staffs him out.
Staffs him out.
Nice.
Oh man, Hawk is playing with fire.
Hawk just needs to buy enough time for, let's say, 7 knights. Then TBC can't deal with that anymore. And a couple of gyros in the air, I guess, against the destroyers.
Here we have the gyros, but the Paladin, there's no staff this time, and I think this Paladin is falling. Yes, he casts one more Holy Light to heal up the Mountain King, but now what? The Carrion Swarm hits the Gyrocopters perfectly, but there's too many of them. The damage cap is reached, and so the Destroyer falls.
And now the knights on the ground should be strong. The MK, though, again, he doesn't want to lose that one. Does he have a shop in the main? There should be one. Isn't, though, but the TP will be there to save him.
Hawk.
Just,
Oh
Hawk, just
my
chill.
God,
Hawk,
yeah.
just run away and wait for your knights, for God's sake.
Yes. Once he has the knights, everything, like, there is no way he's gonna do that, but yeah.
Oh, he lost the expo.
He lost the expo to the wagons, so he's once again down to 2 gold mines, most likely.
Yeah, he is mining there, right? That would be.
Must be.
The mains are expired?
Wow, is it?
No.
No. You were still watching for the old Terranas gold mine, right? But at least we do get a lot of gyros now. There's not, like, Carrion Swarm is okay, but it's only level 1, I think, and it has a damage cap. So if you mass gyros, they will survive. A lot of them will survive, and also they will survive at max health, because, like, you can only hit a certain amount of targets.
Yeah, oftentimes knights will be in front as well to soak up some of that damage. All right.
Okay, the expo is up again.
And he's making... he's playing a whack-a-mole expansion game. He's making the one in the top again. It's going to take a while, though. I think Hawk for once will actually have to defend here.
Yeah, we have the first knight that makes things a little easier. Or the next knight. Oh, 2, 3, actually 4. Oops, I was a little wrong, but the first knight there, maybe. Gyrocopters are coming in. Does he have? Yeah, I was just about to suggest that flying machines, landmines, is so good to get rid of the wagons. Just has to keep the heroes alive. Staffs the mountain. Yeah, the Blood Mage out. Mountain King still standing strong. Kills the first Fiend here. And the knights, man, they are cleaning house now.
Yeah, once the DK is out of mana, you can just pick off these pieces from the undead side one by one with a Stormbolt. And the meat wagons can't kill the space anymore. This should finally be the victory for Hawk.
Don't jinx it again.
We said this before. But this is looking very good now for him, certainly.
It's also very good that he's not following him now. He stays close to his base. The reinforcements are coming earlier to him. The knight, Little Miss Microt here. Free kill for TBC. Can he heal him? Not too much mana on the Paladin. Rather save it for the heroes. Carrion Swarm once again. The Gyrocopters are losing some HP. There's the Blood Mage again with Siphon going for the Lich here. very hard to cast actually. 3 destroyers over there. Everything is hurt, and now with mana, he can clean them out, and then he has a solution to Knights.
The Lich, though, super low HP, has to transfer TP and get out to not die to the Stormbolt level 2 for the Dreadlord, however much that will do. But Hawk holds on, and his expansion is still standing, and the second one may even be up again.
Okay, we have a Sacrificial Pit now, so there's Shades. TBC can constantly scout for more expansions, but I guess both of them are out. The timing now is good for TBC to attack the upper right. Hawk is busy in the bottom left. It has to be a town portal, or he gives up the expansion.
And now level 2 Blood Mage. Banish became available, ladies and gentlemen. Banish, Bolt, Holy Light, we have seen craziness in the past. This Lich may pop very quickly if he doesn't pay attention for just one moment.
What a game. He gets a good amount of gold now, though. 67 supply against 57 from TBC. The wagons again attacking there. I like that he sends them already, but that kind of reveals where he is and what he's doing. More creeping for the Paladin, more creeping for the Blood Mage. Ruined Bracers, that is so good.
Yeah, that's pretty much the one thing that TBCBM can do to win this game still is kill the heroes. Other than this, it's looking extremely grim for him. And of course the Rune Brace is going to be greatly helpful for this. Solo creeping on the Dreadlord. Is this going to be level 3? With level 3, could he maybe win the air fight?
He did it well before, like preparing the Gyrocopters with Carrion Swarm, then following up with a big destroyer attack with mana to clean them up. But is it enough gyros? It's not too many, right? Or is there like a hidden control group of gyros?
Yeah, I don't think it's enough. He needs like 14, I would say, maybe. Alright, big Nova here into all of the Knights, but many staffs being used to save most of those Knights. One of them has fallen, but this is the destroyer timing. This is the strongest the Undead is going to be this game, most likely.
Staff is on the Mountain King. He has to be really careful. Microsim far, far away. Nice sleep again to prevent the Holy Light. Now the gyros are in. Now it's a big mass of units. Where's the Carrion Swarm? We have level 3 now. Oh, massive damage on this DK. He has a Town Portal. He wants to force that TP.
Where's the gyros?
To get a bigger army. Yeah, still out of the fight. The Knights are fighting alone. The Mountain King's still under pressure. He's going for the Dreadlord. He wanted to get rid of him to not get the Carrion Swarm. And now the gyros are back. And now the gyros are a very, very good solution to these destroyers.
MK hit level 6, by the way, so now he can go for the Avatar as well as he wants to. Don't know if he has the mana for this. But now, it seems he has finally broken him. On the chase, the Meat Wagon's gonna die again.
And the Knights are so fast. This is so good for Hawk to chase him now. So much movement speed, even with the Unholy Aura. Yeah, it's 76 supply versus 53. Don't fight into an undead base. He has 2 gold mines. There's no reason to attack this.
Yeah, he can just sit it out. Go back to shop, get clarities, get a regen scroll, get some invuls to be very safe. He's even almost level 3 Paladin here.
And he's expanding again. 80 supply. He doesn't want to break upkeep. He doesn't want to go into high upkeep. So I think it's okay if he spends his gold on that 3rd expansion. He's owning this map, man. Yeah. TBC must feel like a little claustrophobic.
But he might be feeling powerful as well at the same time with the DK almost level 5. And then Coil Nova becomes more dangerous.
Yeah, but what is TBC doing if there's no, like, if his main gold mine expires?
Well,
expanding. Okay, that's a...
Get a new one, I guess.
Get a new one, yeah. But Gyrocopters can harass this very easy.
Yeah, and also scout it very quickly, and that's going to be the first cancel here early on. The later you cancel, the more expensive it is, my friend. Here is the cancel. Is the Paladin level 3? I don't think yet. There will be another big upgrade, but yeah, Hawk. How's he feeling about this game?
Gold mines are dry. Hawk is still mining from 3 gold mines. His hero levels are okay.
Yeah.
He has a level 6 on the Mountain King. How do you think he feels?
He should be feeling pretty confident. But he was also feeling pretty confident about the last game, I'm pretty sure. But yeah, this is a different ball game. This is... an insane computer may win this game.
Level 3 Blood Mage. Still would like to know the level of the Paladin. He's not there yet. But Hawk can just sit on his ass, get more upgrades, get like 3-3. Bank on items. That should be fine.
It's kind of a small army for 80 supply, right?
Knights take quite a bit of space.
Ooh, quad kill.
It was nice. Yeah, with the
Problem.
new patch, Carrion Swarm can hit gyrocopters and tanks.
So mechanical units, but no, no buildings. Did he just TP somewhere? No, with his staff, I guess.
And of course, Hawk has a lot of workers, so that's why the army is so small.
All right, this could be the final fight, the last stand, last hurrah. Can TBC make a miracle happen here? Can he defeat this overwhelming mass of human army?
Oh, nice play by TBC again. Frenzy Ghouls into the bottom left expansion, so at least he shuts down that mining. So it's only 2 gold mines that he's up against. The destroyers are losing mana. Can he stall more time? He's fighting next to a shop. I like that Hawk built a shop there.
Yep. Mana potions, clarities, heal potions, even all that good stuff. Going for tanks. Really? He's gonna try for some split pressure.
Alright.
DK have mana.
Oh, TBC
only.
is losing so much mana on the destroyers, man. Can he win this without mana destroyers? I don't think so. Ooh, but trying to bait a carrion swarm or something?
At this point, I think even if he kills all the gyros and he has destroyers in the air, like what does it do?
Lots of staffs, by the way, to keep the heroes safe. Knights going there to defend this. So he is officially mining from 3 gold mines.
Hawk, not impatient enough to just move in. He would win the game most likely, but why risk it when you don't have to?
This is 86 supply for Hawk now, by the way. High upkeep.
Yeah, come on. Use the ultimate, dude. Kazmodan, I haven't seen it in quite a while. You remember that crazy 2v2 in LT?
It's 2 weeks ago. My memory is bad, but not that bad.
Oh, it's so sick.
Destroyer? This is like a rock, paper, scissors now at the bottom left.
Here come the gyros, here come the scissors.
That is correct. The ghoul counters the peasants, the knight counters the ghoul, the destroyer counters the knights, and the gyros counter the destroyers. But there's a fight in the upper left, and these destroyers are missing now. Paladin is leveling up, finally. We have Barrage! Haven't seen that in a while.
And here is the big bad avatar. Kazmodan, magic immune, lots more damage and armor, and a boss in the front line. And he's on the chase. The next Stormbolt could very well find a kill towards a Fiend or to something else. Going for the Lich, here it is. And there's actually no more mana for Coil. Can't heal him up anymore. The Gyros join the main battle. The Knights on the ground can't be dealt with. The Heroes can't be dealt with. The Gyros can be dealt with. But what can these destroyers do by themselves? The Lich almost dies. One more right click and the second hero has fallen. And this must finally be it. Is this the first map victory for Hawk? It does look like it. The Expo's under siege as well from the siege engines. And yeah, the destroyers in the air. They are doing whatever they want, but they don't have enough damage.
The Orb of Corruption is gone, and what do you want to do against the Knights without that? And Hawk is winning, tying up this series, man. He made us sweat. He made himself sweat. This was not smooth sailing at all. This was a rough ride onto a stormy sea, but in the end, the Russian makes it to game 3.
That was really worrisome. Like, he saw the double slaughterhouse so early. Meat wagon push is a danger, and then he decides to go for no units until tier 3. Hawk, that's very dangerous.
Yeah, also
that's
like
very dangerous.
I think the second expansion was still pretty greedy. He doesn't have to do it. I mean, the position was good. He wasn't like it was the best position possible to do that, but it wasn't really necessary. So he played quite greedy the entire game. Almost gave it away again, but in the end, he seemed very sure of what to do. I really like that he didn't dive into the base when he had that big advantage. That he stopped at the blight and then retreated again and not overcommitted to that. That could have been, like, if he's impatient and if he thinks, okay, this is good for me, let's go. But then we have seen it too many times, players joining the unnet base and then losing everything.
But even if he wins here, I must say I'm feeling a little afraid for Hawk, because in that game, even in that one he won. Tactically, I feel it could have been played quite a bit better. Starting from, not making anything until tanks, no units to defend against wagons. But also, he cleared up his expansion, he forced the TP, he had a Wand of the Wind. you can make such crazy use of that item.
Yeah, I
And
agree.
he could have asserted so much pressure onto the undead, and by that also be safe back at home, but he kept on creeping instead. Well, he won the game anyways. Don't want to be too critical with a big economy, as we can see here.
More than twice the gold. Holy shit.
Flexing his muscles in that game. With the MK first. And I feel like MK first is a really decent choice against Chinese undeads. Like, they don't seem to be reacting to it at all. At least TBCBM isn't. He's still going for the standard Ted Fiend build order.
TBC's map choice now, Turtle Rock, obviously. The second worst map to expand on, but humans have found a way to do that. Humans? Infi has. TH has. Chimiko has. Does Hawk?
Yeah, still, that crazy game by TH going for the starting position which you're referring to and teching during the construction of the expansion. To this day, I don't understand how that's possible. But apparently it is somehow. But if it's close position, it's pretty much impossible for the human to expand. How is Hawk gonna react to that? Does he have an answer? This could be a very difficult game for him.
We have seen Infi winning at a GCS. One base against an undead. That was quite impressive.
Yep.
Wonder if Hawk could do that too against TBC. TBC's map choice, so even if he lost that map, that was Hawk's map choice. He knew that he has a second chance winning the first game. But nice to see a second game 3 in a row after 7 best of 2. So, will the Russian go home after map 3 or not? It would be such a great thing for the European scene to have him amongst the top 12 at least, and then in the rematch against Moon from GCS Summer 2017. Sergei Shcherbakov starting in the upper right, TBCBM starting in the upper left. It is the unfortunate, from the Europeans' perspective, close position.
For expanding, this is horrible. But TH and Infi have shown us you can tech fairly fast and then play aggressively, run over with a whole bunch of militia, kill the acolytes, force the cancel of the tech, and then TP out and save most of your stuff and play the game from there. And suddenly, this matchup is looking very different. Does Hawk know about this? How about this strategy?
Instantly. He has to scout instantly. Archmage first. For the first time in this set, we do not see a Mountain King. TBC is scouting this. And then, of course, Hawk will be aware if he pays attention to his base, which he should. And now, okay. Time for a different strategy that you don't play that often, because the chances for close positions are not that high. So, militia push or not, he's not going for a ghoul build. It is once again the Tet Fiends.
And Ziggurat's positioning, by the way, is pretty bad against a militia push, because they do get slowed early, yes, but they can just run past it. Go to the gold mine, and there they don't get slowed anymore. Hawk doesn't know about this yet, but the footy may scout for it. No, he's going to use it for scouting instead. DK obviously is going to play this aggressively. How many creeps can he steal? Oftentimes, the undead will be able to take a few out of the hands of the human. There's not a lot of nice things about this map for humans, but one of the nice things is that the small camps at the beginning are all low level. They're all 2 and 3 at this camp, and then 114, I think. So you're not giving up a level 5 creep, you know? You're not giving up an ogre major, you're not giving up that much experience, even if you do not get the last hit of the creep.
So, this is a bit of time. He's not going for the full aggression mode. No steroids, I guess, in Hawk's body at the moment.
Yeah. I think if he wants to go for the militia push, it's going to be during the tech. That's where it's going to be most effective against the undead. And he is starting off with a creep camp of his own here, something that WFZ, I believe, started doing, even on TR. This gives a free level 2 for the Archmage. The DK won't be in time to steal the level 4 turtle here. And the next item for the Archmage.
Okay, Mantle would be great. And there it is. Level 2 for Hawk, plus a little bit more damage and a little bit more mana. Especially the right clicks, I think, are pretty good now to keep the DK low, and of course against skeletons who are very squishy. There is no Arcane Tower for Hawk. Okay, there it is. Just finished. So the Skeleton Harass is way less powerful than before. TBC should be attacking behind this already. So it's a big question what Hawk wants to do now. Good amount of footmen. Okay, he's attacking as well. One base.
Alright, question is he gonna go for that militia run by or not? Don't want to do it too early, because if he cancels immediately the tech, then it's not gonna be too impactful. And don't want to do it too late where he doesn't have to cancel the tech anymore. So it's a fine balance. But he's gonna see if the unit is teching, is he sending militia or not? That's the big question. Doesn't look like it at the moment.
He's not diving into the base cave. If he could surround this fiend, it would be massive. He sees, okay, turtles are gone, but the little null spot is not. Does he have the time for that? He does have plenty of mana, so he could invest the water elemental. And that keeps the DK away from level 2 for a long time.
And yeah, this last hit coil is not gonna arrive in time for the first ogre. Gonna be the next item. Ring again. Could be pretty nice for MK second to make him more tanky, even an Archmage. But he will probably be standing safely in the back line. So yeah, now it's too late for militia push. This is not gonna happen. So it's gonna be a straight up one base versus one base.
Oh, this is so hard. Usually, rifle push then? Yeah, usually undeads always win when the human doesn't have an expansion, because the destroyers are just so strong. And the humans are relying on that extra gold income to get the mass that they need for the defense, for towers, for whatever, gyros, knights, etc., etc. Will he play an Imperius-style rifle tower push? That would be so weird, but we don't see a lumber mill, so I don't know.
Could actually be a pretty good idea against the Chinese undead, who should not be too familiar with this. Oh, but good tower defense already, so that should dissuade a rifleman tower push pretty quickly. So is he going? Yeah.
Hawk really wants this.
Or is he going tier 3? He may be going tier 3 and hope that he doesn't get pressured too much until he has knights and gyros.
Yeah, Infi played close position tier 3 and 1.
Yeah.
Water Elemental fall, so this is a little bit of extra experience, but 2 fiends are low. This is always a good opportunity for the human, because you can only coil one of them. I like that he spreads the footman and creeps with the rest, but that was his last Water Elemental for a bit. But he keeps that expansion away, that experience away from the DK.
And now the Archmage is almost level 3. Pretty sure he got the last hit on the Ogre there. Nice block from the DK. Will secure this footy kill with a coil. And there he goes.
But still, no Unholy Aura. Lich is coming, tier 3 tech by TBC right away. 28 supply only against 38, sorry. Mountain King second. Yeah, this is going to be so strong against the very hurt fiends. The first Riflemen are out as well. But will the Rifleman be enough?
Nice deny.
Yes, pretty sweet.
Done.
Dota skills coming back.
So he did get level 2 somewhere, the DK. That means he killed 2 footies, I guess. But of course, moving into Riflemen, Footmen are going to be rotating out anyways. So now, with the MK out, normally you want to creep somewhere close to the undead, because you are stronger at the moment before he has tier 3. And ideally, you want to hit level 3 with the MK as well, very fast.
He doesn't have time for that. Double Slaughterhouse. Here comes the Militia for the turtle on the back. Big consumable. The thing is, the Destroyer push will be super duper hard, and Hawk doesn't have the resources for a lot of towers. Is he expanding here on tier 2 then? Or is it just for creeping to speed this up? Would be a massive steal. Did he get the first turtle?
Yes. Okay. And skeletons here to be annoying as well. Really good usage of the little things, few things that he has here on TBC side. This is actually really well done. This is extremely well done by him. Slowing down this creeping at a time when Hawk's supposed to be strong.
Yeah, sick timing, good skeleton usage, nice last hit, with a lot of stuff well done by TBC. And he has the Unholy Aura now for a little bit of regen, and most importantly, the movement speed. Of course, the Mountain King is out as well. He needs experience desperately. Hawk is already at 50 supply. His army won't become much stronger than this. It's rifle casters against undead. Haven't seen that in a while. Very, very old school.
Indeed. Archmage level 3 here makes especially creeping fairly easy. Now he can go for solo experience on the MK. Wants level 3 on that guy. Wants to be able to snipe out those fiends quickly later on. When the big fights happen. And he's being annoying here with his Archmage only, slowing down the undead creeping now, returning the favor.
Yeah. Mountain King is such a big tank with the 2 circlets and the parry up now. He will most likely not die. The question is, when is the destroyer upgrade finishing? In a bit. He could wreck the economy just with destroyers if he has enough.
Question is how many rifles there are. He has
Big mana
4
potions.
already.
Nice. This mana potion is so nice.
I would love to see him give it over the rings here. Give him. Keeps on the Archmage for now. What level is the DK, by the way? If he's
2.
not level
He's
3,
2.
then it's really hard to keep these destroyers alive.
He's also quite far away from level 3, I think.
Yeah.
Like,
and the MK is almost level 3 himself. So in we go. First ghoul gonna die immediately. Bolt onto the Fiend. We'll try to save that one, but it's only level 1 coil. That's not gonna happen. Suddenly the MK is basically level 3.
If he gets this last hit here, he cannot allow a steal. That would bring the DK super close to 3 and keep the Mountain King away from level 2. He's going... there we go. He gets the experience from the skeletons, and now Stormbolt is hurting so hard.
Destroyers being morphed, but there's a lot of rifles on the ground. This could very well still be possible. The last hit goes to the Undead, I think, but the DK is surrounded. He has the item, but also TP to get out, which he won't be forced to use yet. MK dropping low, has to run away. Priests will be there to heal him. Only one priest, that is.
Hawk calls for a pause.
Alright.
A little sound issue, or headphones are pushing into something. It's a long session for both of them. The fight is over. TBC, that was his first big destroyer go. And again, not too much mana available anymore on them.
Yeah.
And so the area of effect is gone. A lot of damage is gone.
And I really like how aggressively Hawk positioned himself before there was triple hero on the underside, before there was all of these destroyers in the air, and maybe even A-bombs on the ground, because he kept the experience so low for TBC. You kind of need a level 3 Lich at some point.
Yeah.
If you get the big mass of rifles, say 60 supply, if there's only level 1 Nova against it, it's not too good. You want to have a Crypt Lord as well with Impale. The dream would be level 2 Impale, but we don't see that yet. No third hero so far for TBC. No level 2 Nova, not even level 2 Coil.
Yes. I don't know if he reached level 3 with the steel and the big turtle, but I don't think so.
I don't think so either. I think if Hawk stays on that side of the map, doesn't give him anything to creep, and just tries to contain him and take the creep camps on the outskirts, I think that would be a good idea.
The Chinese casters seem to have a good time. Yumiko and Shaolin. Who got the turtle? It was TBC, but man, this is so close. We go back into the game. Here we go. Hawk with a good army of riflemen, still at 50 supply, TBC down to 43. Hawk has quite a bit of gold, and yeah, it's a good call to do that, to go for the involts, but his base is under pressure, not a single tower.
Alright, that's very annoying, but now that means the undead army here is super weak. Coil onto the Ogre Mage. It was a misclick probably. Want to go for the MK instead, who finds Ring of Regen. That's not bad at all, especially considering how low HP he is.
It's level 3 now, though. He has to be careful. Uses some Wen of Mana stealing. There's a coil on the rifleman, not pressuring the Mountain King further. The destroyers are completely missing in this fight now.
MK, I'm surprised he didn't use the greater mana there. Go for more kills onto the Fiends, onto the A-bombs. You will have to respond to this at some point. They're not really killing the peasants yet, only being annoying against the towers.
We can catch this statue.
Is the block there?
Yeah, he turns around. Good reaction by TBC. Saving this for now. He has 2-0 upgrades on the rifleman, by the way. Really good damage output for now. As long as there's not too many abominations.
Alright, they keep on being annoying. Third hero, Dark Ranger. No Crypt Lord, but rather he wants to try to snowball with skeletons. But there should be Dispel on these priests, I think. And now the Ziggurats, which are good for defense, can also be attacked pretty easily when there's so much damage from these 2-0 rifles. Mass Repair trying to keep it alive. So far, successful, but also very expensive.
TBC is not mining at this time, and Clap comes in once again. Stormbolt as well. This Ziggurat will fall. This Nerubian Tower will fall. And Hawk is pressuring, forcing the counterattack. He wants to get the destroyers out of his base. Does so successfully.
Bad position now, though, of course, for Hawk. And low mana on the MK. I think he has to leave here.
That's TP.
There must be a TP, and it is. How much is he going to lose on the way out? One priest.
That's totally fine. And he gets the Nerubian as well. Preparing for a second coming, and still at 49 supply. And now TBCBM is supply stuck. Heavily supply stuck, as he has to rebuild 2 Ziggurats.
Alright. Both human heroes are close to level 4 here. but he's giving TBC space to creep here. Is that the right call? MK though, he scales very well himself.
Yes.
Not to be forgotten. And if you can deal with the destroyers, if you have enough rifles, water elementals are also going to be very good.
It's, despite the 2 slaughterhouses, not an overwhelming mass of destroyers. And it never was.
Yeah. And he has to go A-bombs and destroyers. If he just goes mass destros, rifles are just going to be too effective.
Yeah, if he goes mass A-bombs, then like, you can counter with like sorcerers.
Exactly. So he has to go for a healthy mix of both. Normally it's like 2, maximum 3 destroyers. Rest will be A-bombs.
Lich is about level 2.6. The red spot gave him level 3 on the DK. The nuke is there. The nuke is strong, but it's not undefeatable. Of course, he's not going tier 3, so he won't have a paladin this game. He has to take care of the archmage. He has no invul potion, also no normal potion. Is he fighting there? Looks like it. There's mana on the destroyer, at least on 1.
He's adding in sorceresses when there's still so many destroyers.
Yeah.
Don't know about that one. Both players at 50 supply. Normally that favors the undead greatly. He is, of course, with a tech advantage. Normally Hawk's supposed to be up in supply here. And he's pressuring the main once again. The ziggurats have been re-established. He could go up to 50 once again. And he's threatening the counterattack.
There's 2 towers in Hawk's bases. Oh, town portal immediately. And counter TP. Can he get something? Maybe a fiend? Nope, nothing dies in this one. A game on a knife's edge, a game to determine Moon's opponent in the lower bracket final, a game to determine who's going home and who is still surviving, at least for now. Nobody's breaking upkeep, but TBC... Oh, TBC is breaking upkeep.
Yes, 2/2 upgrades, by the way.
Interesting. The armor upgrades are really interesting.
Even armor upgrades, yeah. And, like, once the Lich is out of mana, how does he kill these rifles? He has 1 A-bomb.
3 destroyers with mana are good, and now he's getting creepjacked. The turtles and the murlocs are fighting against the Russian for now. Is there a town portal on the archmage? I would love to know. Nice and nigh on the fiend, so it's not giving experience or more experience to Hawk. Level 4 Mountain King, man. Pretty strong. Going for the Dark Ranger. Is there a coil? Should be. Yes, there is. But that it is. The Archmage is low. Archmage is hurt, but this time he has a potion.
3 A-bombs on the ground now. He has an answer against the rifles with this. MK, what's he gonna use? Stormbolt, Slap Bolt, he's
out of
silenced!
position, man! The Abomination was blocking, gets another Nova, getting slowed, but the A-bombs are not strong enough. Actually, I would love to see Blizzard now. Gets this A-bomb. I would love to see Blizzard now. There's 2 match destroyers, I think, for the Water Elementals, like 3. They're gonna be level 3 Water Elementals soon, but still, I think Blizzard would be good against almost everything, and there's no disable except silence.
MK low HP, Invo has already been used. Going so far forward might be dangerous. Undead is low mana, however. Uh-oh, but there it is. Mountain King in trouble. He ate the A-bomb, but he has an Invul again. Transfer that, I guess, going for the DK now. Can he find the 0 kill? Invul transferred onto him as well, and with that he will survive. He wants to try to hold on to it, but has to use it. Lich now in trouble, but so is the Mountain King. Both survive.
If one of them falls, the game is certainly over, man. One of the guys is falling off a cliff very, very, very soon. Kind of a lot of hurt stuff for Hawk, but he's still holding on, despite this being 10 supply advantage for TBC before the last fight. Good hold by Hawk.
Lich almost level 3, and then the Nova becomes even better. Hawk needs to lick his wounds here. Clarities, Regent Scrolls. There it is.
Oh yeah, the value of the Regent Scrolls now. I mean, the Undead has statues, so he gets a lot of healing as well.
He needs invuls, Hawk does. And those rings of protection should really be on his second hero,
Yeah.
but alright. Retreating back in the river. Also, that fighting position was pretty good for destroyers above the trees and all. But now they're moving across in open space pretty much.
Canceling the healing on the Mountain King, that's pretty big. Lich has mana. Can Nova soon. I think the Mountain King is playing this a little too aggressive.
Yes. Has a healing potion though.
Oh, so tense.
Needs to keep him in the back. Don't attack with the MK. Just
the next
use
mistake
the
decides the series for sure. And I think he has no time to go for Blizzard, right? Like, he wants this turtle so bad. He's trying now for the 3rd time. TBC is trying to engage for the 3rd time. I think it's a claws +9. Yeah, okay, helps the Archmage. Against the Destroyers, actually, it's a help in the anti-air a little bit.
It's okay. Does he really want to try the push into the undead base?
Does he have ivories for distraction? No. Oh, the Archmage is completely naked.
Yeah, he needs
I
invols.
do not like that.
He needs invul and heal scroll. The Nova is level 2 now. If he creeps to level 5 here.
But Hawk is doing the right decision here to retreat. He's all of a sudden at 64 supply, TBC at 59. We're going into the late stages. Oh, this gives level 3 on the Lich. He saw that.
Gets that rifle at the cost of a Nova, but that's worth it. And he can, of course, also eat the skeletons. The synergy with the Dark Ranger is so nice. Unless there's the spell from the priest, which he should have. Oh, and he has to walk back. He didn't have the money for a TP. He has to go the long way home. This is going to be so expensive. So many peasants will be dying here. But TBC must have a TP of his own, I guess, to get home.
Did he get Blizzard or not? We don't see Water Elementals at the moment. Base trade with Blizzard is winnable. Even against Abominations. No, Water Elemental still.
It's all a base race. Well, guys, that's not the right screen.
There we go. He kills the production facilities. TBC is supply stuck. The economies are getting wrecked on both sides. In the end, of course, Hawk has mana regen with the Brilliance Aura. If he kills the statues...
The MK. Where's the MK? He's slowed down. He's in a surround!
Massive clap in the back, but can he survive? It looks super grim. He has no invul potion at all. This MK falls. Can he run out somehow? No, he falls, and therefore Hawk's chances for the next round most likely. So much damage gone now, so much control gone now. How is the Archmage supposed to win this game alone? Naked!
I don't know. He's gonna get level 5 here kind of soon, I think, but is that gonna be enough? Here it is. He has level 3 water elements now, but you still have destroyers up in the air. And he doesn't have to worry about Stormbolt anymore. The heroes can kind of do this by themselves. The Novas are gonna be so sick. Good micro still on these destroyers. Okay. What a mistake with the MK.
Also, no money on Hawk's side to buy him back or something. There's a lot of healing going on from the priest. The riflemen are still standing strong, but he can't really kite. The A-bombs are finding the rifleman now. The coil is healing the first one. He gets more mana thanks to the sacrifice here. And Hawk is completely falling apart.
The flank of the 3 rifles there, Nova, should make quick work of these. And yeah, the heroes are so strong at this point. With the Stormbolt no longer being a factor, this seems to be the end. Against all odds, Nova after Nova with a synergy of the skeletons. GG, and TBC makes the upset happen. 2-1 victory for the Chinese. And Hawk is out of Group B and out of this tournament.
Quite a surprise, man. Everybody was praising Hawk for his performance in the past 2 days during practice. But practice and ladder is always different than tournament environment. And yeah, keyboard in the back and off home to Russia again. The Chinese prevails, and again a European player ends up last in the group stage.
That's a shame.
It is.
I thought he should have had that game. LR, that game was his. But TBC, you know, tenacity from the undead player, from the undead underdog. Against all odds, he does make it work in the end. Well done by him there. I think, like, against this rifle style on TR, he actually played this really well. How he utilizes his destroyers always above the trees, finding good engagements, finding good opportunities to attack in. Was
exactly,
pretty well done.
He knew exactly when he can split his destroyers and do something with them. Like the first attack in the base was pretty cool. He had time for that. Distracted Hawk there, killed the towers, prepared for the next attack, and then he sent them in again and killed the entire like peasant line there. There was no money for Hawk anymore, but I mean, the Mountain King position when the TP came in.
Yeah, and if he has that MK in that fight, he may very well win it.
Yes.
Would have probably reached level 5 at some point. Maybe not, but still. And once again, also what he did against Lin, low on the invuls, came to cost him.
Exactly. Exactly. I really liked, like, one of the key moments for me was, like, when Hawk wanted to go for that turtle and TBCBM was there. That was so big to keep Hawks
at the natural, right?
Yeah, at the natural,
with
exactly.
the 4 skeletons.
Yeah.
I think that's the move that won him the game.
I think so too. Otherwise, Hawk would have just run away and have a faster, higher hero levels, another big consumable.
Yeah, one more thing that Hawk I think really should start looking into more is item value and item distribution. He could have had 2 more rings of protection on the MK, which is actually really good in that kind of game, where he's always the frontline tank. But oh well. Disappointing performance once again from Hawk. Too bad, he's out, but we have one more game today. That's gonna be Moon versus TBC, a rematch, and hopefully a closer one than the first time around.
Yes, it was a very easy 2-0 for Moon, even toying around with the Keeper of the Grove, Huntress, KOT, and to protect the push. Maybe TBC has the confidence now. Maybe TBC got used to the stage now to challenge Moon, who looked a little tired earlier. It's now 9:30 p.m. He was pretty disappointed, I guess, after the loss against Lin. He could have won that series for sure. Here we have the highlights. Last Refuge, man. What a play by TBC to drop into that base, kill the castle. Before that, everything was looking like Hawk is winning this. And then this disaster happened.
So painful. Even after the drop, he still should have won that. Just buy your own Zeppelin. Hopefully he doesn't see these. This must bring back bad memories. Should have been the 1-0 lead. But again, well done by TBC. Sees that one opening, sees the vulnerability of the main. Snap reaction with the Zeppelin then. And also very good Zeppelin usage after that to save heroes and such.
Yeah, there the game was already over. Hawk with good saves on his Mountain King. But yeah, Terranas stand. That was the comeback of Hawk with a lot of economy, 3 bases at the same time. The gyrocopters brought the solution against the meat wagons, and once the siege damage was gone, there was no real big threat against the expansions anymore, so he could play it safe. He did play it safe with a lot of patience. I'm sorry.
Yeah. Made us sweat a little bit once again. At some points it was pretty scary. But in the end went to him. Was a long game.
Yes, long
the anti-air tanks were pretty cool.
I haven't seen that in a long time, exactly. I mean, they're not too effective, but it's nice to see. And then, yeah, Turtle Rock. Very unfortunate for Hawk to spawn on close position. I mean, there was a chance early on to rush him with Militia, but yeah. This Mountain King position there cost him the game, cost him the series, and cost him the tournament. And TBC advanced here. After the Mountain King was gone, it was just cleanup time. 3 heroes and a statue is too much for this human army. And so we have one more series to go, boys, and we have a few new supporters here. Thank you, Metal Maddie, for 3-month subscription. Thank you, Haya CIS, for 8 months of resubbing. Thank you for keeping this game alive. You guys look sharp on these tournament. Hell yeah! Thanks a lot. And 1,000 bits to Korak5. Thanks a lot. What a throw, cheer 1,000. That one meat wagon did so much, indeed. And Korak subscribes as well for 8 months. So thank you guys for the support. We're going to do a little break here, 7 minutes, and then we're back with the final game of the day. Who's going to be the 4th player in the playoffs? 1-0, Infi, Lin are already there. Either Moon or TBCBM is joining them. Stay tuned.